New update. Christine pushes a crying Kody out of the headlines. The ongoing saga between Christine Brown Woolley and her ex-husband Kody Brown has once again spilled out beyond the TLC cameras, finding new life in the headlines. This time, the drama wasn't staged in a living room or caught in a tense family meeting. Instead, it unfolded as Christine's new memoir suddenly burst onto the scene earlier than expected. For fans who have followed their journey for years, the timing of her book's release couldn't have been more striking, especially considering that Kody himself was enjoying his own moment in the spotlight as a contestant on Fox's reality competition series Special Forces. While Kody may have expected his time on the show to generate buzz and keep him in the headlines, Christine's surprise book release shifted attention almost entirely in her direction, effectively overshadowing him in a way that many viewers suspect he cannot stand. For years, audiences have seen Kody describe himself as someone who craves being at the center of attention. It has been a recurring theme on Sister Wives, where he often admitted that his ego and need for recognition played a large part in his relationships. So when Christine's candid memoir arrived and began dominating the conversation, it appeared to hit him in one of his most vulnerable spots. Fans immediately began speculating that he must feel both sidelined and jealous, especially since the contrast between his teary revelations on Special Forces and Christine's bold stories from their past was impossible to ignore. Christine's book is not a light-hearted recounting of her life but a deeply personal and, at times, raw exploration of her years with Kody and the other wives. Readers quickly discovered that she didn't shy away from difficult subjects. She wrote openly about the punishments she and the other wives experienced at the hands of Kody and Robin, the emotional struggles she endured in her marriage, and even the painful memories surrounding her honeymoon. Her words painted a picture of a woman who lived through years of challenges but eventually found the strength to break free and start over. The detail and honesty of her storytelling struck a chord with fans, who quickly took to social media to discuss her revelations and express support. Meanwhile, Kody had just begun sharing his own story in a very different context. His participation in Special Forces had brought headlines about the grueling physical and emotional tests he faced, including moments where he admitted to crying under the pressure. For someone who has always projected a larger-than-life personality on TLC, these glimpses of vulnerability were meant to show a different side of him. But whatever momentum his television appearance had gained seemed to fade quickly once Christine's book hit shelves. Suddenly, instead of talking about Kody's endurance and struggles on Fox, fans were immersed in Christine's perspective, dissecting every page of her memoir. The timing made the whole situation feel almost poetic to some viewers. Christine had often been treated as someone in the background of Kody's story during their years on Sister Wives. Yet here she was, taking center stage not only in her personal life but also in the public eye, with her voice resonating louder than his. The book's early release wasn't just a publishing decision, it became symbolic of Christine finally stepping out from Kody's shadow and demanding to be heard on her own terms. The impact of Christine's memoir stretched beyond headlines and social media discussions. It also coincided with new previews of the upcoming season of Sister Wives, which promise even more confrontations and uncomfortable moments between Christine, Kody, and the rest of the family. One of the standout moments revealed in the teaser involves Kody embarking on what fans are calling his apology tour. After years of strained relationships and fractured trust, Kody attempts to make amends by meeting with his ex-wives and expressing regret for the ways he hurt them. While this might seem like a noble step toward reconciliation, Christine's demeanor in the previews suggests she isn't entirely convinced. She makes it clear that facing Kody is not something she particularly wants to do, though circumstances force her into these conversations. Adding even more intrigue to the season is the surprising dynamic between Kody and David Woolley, Christine's new husband. In a twist that fans did not see coming, the two men face off in a competition that involves race cars. What might sound like harmless fun quickly takes on symbolic weight, two men from Christine's life going head-to-head, each seemingly eager to prove something. It's not just about who can drive the fastest, it represents deeper tensions and unspoken rivalries. For many fans, this upcoming scene already feels like one of the season's highlights, showcasing Christine and David as a united couple while Kody struggles with his complicated feelings about her new life. The previews also raise questions about Robyn Brown, the wife who is often portrayed as Kody's closest ally. With so much of the spotlight on Christine's memoir and the interactions between Kody and David, viewers are left wondering how Robyn fits into the picture. Is she supporting Kody behind the scenes, quietly frustrated that Christine continues to dominate the conversation? Or is she preparing to step back, letting Kody face his ex without her direct involvement? Whatever the case, her role in the unfolding story remains uncertain, adding another layer of anticipation for fans waiting to see how the drama plays out. It's not difficult to imagine how unsettling this moment must be for Kody. For years, he was the central figure in the sister wives narrative, the husband around whom multiple women revolved. But the tide has shifted, and now it is Christine who commands the narrative, both in print and on screen. Her ability to take control of her story and share it unapologetically has not only earned her admiration from viewers but also positioned her as the focal point of this new phase in the ongoing saga. Kody, meanwhile, appears to be grappling with the uncomfortable reality that he is no longer the primary voice in shaping public perception of their family's history. Fans have long debated whether Kody truly understands the consequences of his actions or if he continues to underestimate the impact he had on his wives. Christine's memoir leaves little room for ambiguity. Her stories make it clear that the wounds ran deep and that the decision to leave was not made lightly. As readers pore over her account, they are reminded that her departure from Kody was not simply about moving on from a marriage but about reclaiming her sense of self. That message resonates strongly, especially with those who have followed her journey since the early days of the show. At the same time, the overlap of Christine's personal triumph and Kody's attempts to reinvent himself through special forces highlights just how intertwined their lives remain, even after divorce. No matter how far Christine moves forward, her past with Kody continues to follow her, and no matter how much Kody tries to chart his own path, Christine's influence and presence continue to shape the narrative around him. This duality ensures that the tension between them won't fade anytime soon, whether in headlines, memoirs, or reality television episodes. For now, fans are left with a compelling mixture of anticipation and speculation. How will Kody respond to Christine's newfound spotlight? Will his apology tour mend any fences, or will it only highlight how far apart they've grown? How will Robyn navigate this season, and what will the rivalry between Kody and David reveal about the shifting dynamics in Christine's life? These questions linger as Christine and Kody's story enters yet another chapter, one where the battle is no longer about who lives under the same roof but about who controls the narrative in the public eye.